Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. So today I'm going to talk about the latest update on AOR, ecopr. At the same time, I'll be giving a little more brief on what kind of responses applicants have been receiving from IRCC and how they are able to get ecopr and what exactly is the time frame with the guidelines from Form 5069. There have been a lot of confusion about medicals, police clearance certificates, and biometrics. So I will try to cover one by one, and I will be discussing a little more in detail about the NOCs, again, how you can actually put it, and then I'll be talking a little more about the format, like the steps, how you get the AOR and the additional information requirement, and what kind of documents do they ask, and how much time relatively it takes, and then the final congratulation email. At the same time, I will be covering a little more about the qualifying work experience. Still a lot of candidates in the process of submitting the documents, so I'll be covering more. For those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend to subscribe my channel. I have covered a lot on TR to PR, and I'll be covering more and more onto it with related update every now and then. My objective is to put the video at least twice or thrice in a week's time, and then I'll be covering like a little more. A lot of people have confusion that we are not able to sign the documents and they are not able to link their IRCC account and everything. So these FAQs will be resolved towards the end of this video as well. So let's quickly dive into our main part. So if you see here, these are the streams. So first one is workers in Canada healthcare. 20,000 is the target number of applications that will be accepted, and number of applications that have been submitted so far is 2,386. The number is relatively less. If you compare here, workers in Canada, essential non-healthcare, the number of applications that will be accepted is 30,000, and if you see, the number is going pretty well. So 20,308 have been received. If you see, 15 days ago, I was the one who was talking about only 50% applications have been submitted. So it can be understandable. It's understandable that people who have got through their IELTS dates, they have gone through their IELTS test and they have submitted their report. So each and everybody is ready with the documentation. Now, for those who are still in the process of documentation, I would recommend you to please go and check this link, this video, where I have covered the TR to PR pathway for essential workers in healthcare, how you can put your NOCs and how you can fill your application forms and medicals and PCC, all kind of requirements. At the same time, those who are struggling with NOCs, I have covered around 12 to 18 NOCs in this video at the same time, including this, and more NOCs here as well. And then I have also covered explanation letter in case if you are submitting police clearance certificate in this particular video, and the format of reference letter which you have to submit for your work proof. So let's quickly dive into it. Now, TR to PR pathway expected processing timeline for international students, healthcare and essential worker category. So once you have submitted your application, this is how exactly the process starts. So once you have all the documents, please make sure you have all the documents in one go. Don't put or don't rush things in case if you have you don't have the mandatory requirement fulfill. So you need to have the IELTS, your work related documents, your immigration forms. These all has to be done. Now, once you submit that, there will be a wait time in between 2 to 5 months time period for the AOR. So it can vary again. Each and every case is different, and time and again I've mentioned each case is different, so is the visa officer. So he will take his own time to evaluate your application. Last week we haven't received much of the update because there was a long holiday, Canada Day, and adding weekends. So we probably would be seeing little speed over here in next couple of weeks, and I'll be updating you time and again. So for those who have not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe, so it will help you too. Now, once you have received the AOR, this is exactly the format how it looks like, and I have already talked in detail about it in my previous video here. So you will be able to get the information from IRCC. They will be talking about that they are processing your application. Now, at this point of time, once you receive that, you have to link up your profile to IRCC secured account. IRCC will communicate with you through IRCC secured account. It is your responsibility to check regularly so that you do not miss upon any updates. So if you do not already have an IRCC secure account, you must create one and link your application for instant updates to easily understand and submit the additional documents. Now, there would be responses which we have received from various applicants, and I'll be talking a little more. This is really interesting, and many have already received ecopr, so I'll be talking a little more in detail after this. Now, IRCC will send you an email regarding the documents to be submitted. So additional information required. So this is exactly the format look like. So once you receive the AOR, they will be sending you the letter. This is with reference to your application for PR to Canada. So in order for processing of your application to continue, please submit your police clearance certificate or your documents that's in your native language, has to be translated by certified translators, proof of marriage, and all other documents. Now, thing which you have to keep in mind is that above information and documents must be received within 30 days from the date of this letter. For say if they have issued this letter on July the 8th, you need to make sure that you submit your documents by August the 8th. So that's the deadline. There is no excuse. If it's like 30 days, like should be August 7th, I would say, because it's of 31st day, 31 days of July. Then any documentation or correspondence, you should include UCI and application number as indicated at the top of this letter. So they will be indicating that to you. After that, once you receive, they will be able to get you the ecopr, and this is how exactly the ecopr looks like. Congratulations, you're now a permanent resident, and then you have to follow the instructions. This I have already covered, so I'm not going to invest much time over here. So you verify the documents and just go to and then print the ecopr documents. Now quickly jump in. Now, based upon the response from various applicants from various platforms, this is how I have got this information. So documents that may be asked to submit within 30 days. So in case if you have submitted the requisition for police clearance certificate, you will be asked to submit the original police clearance certificate at this point of time. In case if you have appeared for IELTS, so what happened when you appear for IELTS, you're not going to get the result right away. It will take a week time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks time. So during that time, you have to provide the information whatsoever you have, like IELTS score, and I'll be talking here in the checklist. Then they will ask you for the medicals. In case you've already done the booking at the initial stage, you have to provide the proof of that, and at this time you have to submit the documents like medicals, then the biometrics, and then fingerprints from RCMP, and then your pay stubs for last 3 to 4 months time period. That's advisable. After that, you will be able to get the ecopr, the receipt of ecopr. Now, this is the response from IRCC to various applicants who have applied under International Students Essential and Healthcare Occupation Stream. So these are the responses I have accumulated for you all. So to give you a quick update. So the first response is, received AOR on June 7th, passed my medicals on June 25th, and got the request for additional documents on June 30th. So they have asked for original IELTS and fingerprints from RCMP within 30 days. So this person has to submit his original IELTS. Now this person is not in the receipt of original IELTS. So what he has to do is he can submit his score in your IRCC application as directed, either scanned or photocopies. And then he has to keep original score in your records. So they have asked for original IELTS. That's a mandatory requirement. So, but in case if they're not able to do it, he has to give the explanation that he's not in receipt of original IELTS because they have asked it within 30 days time period. So whatever the documents you have to give the proof, because if you're not able to get the original receipt of IELTS, there would be a question mark. So make sure that you submit the proof right away and still have 30 days remaining. So whenever you receive it, just send it to IRCC. Okay, try to fulfill it within 30 days because deadline means deadline here. Now, second response is, in my IRCC profile, it shows medical exam passed and I have already submitted by my biometrics. So this person actually has to wait for the response from IRCC officer. The next steps, of course, is ecopr because there is nothing left in this particular case. Third response, I got an email from IRCC to submit medical and biometrics within a month's time period. IRCC has also mentioned that you do not have to travel, like you don't travel outside the city for any kind of documents related to immigration for TR to PR pathway. So guys, there'll be confusion that what if I have already submitted my application, can I travel? Please guys, this is really important. Hold on to your traveling. This chance would not come back. So just be here in Canada as long as you can do that, please. Now, the next response is AOR was received and I have got the request to submit biometric within 30 days. Now this person has to submit his biometric within 30 days, and how he can do is he has to book an appointment and get the biometrics and just send it to IRCC officer. Then got AOR on May 1st and PR login, like PR portal login details on June 17th. Now if you see, this person has got AOR on May 1st. This is a different case. This is not like a TR to PR. I'm just talking about now I have updated the address and uploaded my photo for PR card on June 17th and got ecopr on July 7th. So this is one of the case for federal scale. So I'm just giving you an overview how much time does it take right now in processing the application, not just for the TR to PR pathway only. The next is for TR to PR is I got the request letter as you showed me in the profile. So this is how the format looks like, the police clearance certificate. So this person actually got the police clearance certificate requisition, exactly the format I have shown you in the video. And now he has submitted it and I'm just waiting for the ecopr or any response from the visa officer. Now the next is I have been asked to submit the translated copy of birth certificate for my child. So he might have submitted the native one, like the birth certificate in native language, could be Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati. So now he has to submit the translated one. So these things just keep in mind in case if you have the translated one, I would recommend just get it done in the English language. Now these are the guidelines from the form 5069. Biometric. Now you need to book an appointment to give your biometrics at one of these official biometric collection service centers, like service points. Biometric assumption for permanent residence applicants who have given biometrics within last 10 years. So this is exactly I've got from the 5069 form. Just to give you an overview, a lot of people have confusion about biometric, medicals, police clearance certificates. So I'm just reading in between the line to make you understand about it. Now, in case if you have previously submitted biometrics within last 10 years, please check the website to see if you need to provide them again. If you do not need to provide them again as a proof with your application that you have previously submitted biometrics to IRCC, then it's fine. Okay, you don't need to provide them again. Next is medicals. If you've already completed an IME as a part of your previous application, for your student visa or from your work visa, you may not need to complete another one when you apply for permanent residence, okay? However, you have to provide the proof, that information printout, and then you have to provide the IMM 1017B upfront medical report form, okay? Now, please provide a copy of one of these documents or your IME or UMI number from your previous medical exam when you apply online. It does not matter how long ago you had your exam, okay? Now moving on to the next one, the police clearance certificate. Now, in police clearance certificates, submit scanned copies of the original certificates. Now, for those who have not in the position to, for those who are not in the position of police clearance certificate, I would highly recommend to please go and check it out on my channel. I have covered the format on how you can make a explanation letter when you apply for police clearance certificate. I did cover the reference letter format also in this particular video, and step-by-step guide in this particular video on how you can fill your forms, your application forms, medicals, and everything. So just go and check it out. And for those who have not subscribed to my channel, all you have to do is just subscribe it, because I have covered a lot on TR to PR, step by step. These are the videos where I have covered the NOCs, in detail, and how you can link your IRCC secure web form to be linked to GC key in this particular video, and the information about the PC, PR received and AOR received, and how you can choose your NOCs and put in your T0130 form, and all that information. So you can always go through this video later on. Now, police clear certificates must be scanned copies of the original certificates in color. You and your family members don't need to give police clearance certificates for any period before you were 18 years old or from the time you spent in Canada. Okay. Now, some countries will only give you a police certificate if you have a request from IRCC. Now, if this applies to you, upload a document in the police certificate field in the document checklist. Okay, so that says that I'm applying from a country. Just have to prove that I'm applying from a country that requires an official request letter from IRCC to get a police certificate. So in that case, IRCC, what they will do is they will just gonna review your application, and if it's otherwise complete, so IRCC will just send you more information on how to get a police certificate. Okay, now a lot of people still have confusion on last minute queries. I would highly recommend you to please contact IRCC customer support number at 1-888-242-2100 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday to Friday, except the holidays. So you can always reach out to them. Most advisable time towards the morning, because that time you will be able to get hold of any customer representative. Now, these are the FAQs in the mind of a lot of people still are perplexed with it. So how to sign generic application form. So, and then I'm unable to upload additional documents to the web portal. I'm unable to link my IRCC secured account, and what if I'm working for 4 months? So this question I will cover towards the end. Now, let's go to generic application form. So this is the generic application form for Canada. I'm 0008 form. Guys, you don't have to sign it. It's clearly mentioned onto the, cic.gc.ca website 5069 form, and I have covered again in detail, but just to give you a quick update over here, I'll walk you through one more time. Again, I would recommend please go and check my previous video which I have just highlighted, where I have covered, so this form, so this is generic application form, M0008 form. You have to download the form. The generic application form must be validated with 2D barcodes, and you must properly validate your answers when filling out this form. So 2D barcodes are properly generated. Now make sure you put your name and date towards the bottom of the page, okay? And once you're done, you just have to follow the instructions. They have in fact, clarify that what you have to write in each and every column. Although I've covered it for you, but just to give you a heads up out here. And just keep scrolling it down. This is how it looks like. So 2D bar form. So download the form and click the validate button if you provided the information. This is how it would look like. They have also shown the format. This would so do not print the 2D barcode. Do not use the signature panel. Save the form and upload the form. And then you have to enter your name and answer a security question. This is your electronic signature. So it will be automatically done as an electronic signature when you enter your name and your security question. So when you click on this link, it would automatically give you a highlight here. I'll just show it to you. So that will give you more. So it will take you to the help center, and that's how it says that, type your name in the boxes. So given name and last name, answer the security question. And this will be one of the 4 security questions you created when you register your account. You must answer exactly as you did what you created them, and then you should be good to go. Okay, that's all is required. Now, I'm unable to upload additional documents to the web portal. Now, I have provided more information on how you can upload the documents step by step. You can also compress the file in one go. For say if you are submitting the application for your work, so you have to compress the file and just put it in one go. Okay, and the next question is, I'm unable to link my IRCC secured account. Now, in case if you're not able to do it temporarily, there could be a technical glitch. However, I have explained the whole process in this particular video. Link IRCC, this one, IRCC secured web form to be linked GC key. I have explained how you can create an account and how you can actually link it to get more updates. Okay, now what if I'm working for 4 months in a warehouse as a material handler and got 8 to 9 months as a cashier with Superstore? Am I eligible? And there are a lot of questions about it. So first and foremost, guys, you need to have at least 1,560 hours of work experience is clearly mentioned here onto the website. So the work experience must be at least 1 year. Okay. And if you scroll it down, you will see that the 1 year of work experience can be acquired through multiple periods of employment, which means that the benchmark is only to get at least 1,560 hours in the last 3 years, okay, before the application for permanent residence is received. Now, for some reason, if you're not able to get a job in that particular NOC, they have mentioned that before the application for permanent residence is received. So work experience can be acquired in at least 1 year. Now, it could be 20 hours, 30 hours. So as a rule, time and again I mentioned, students are allowed to work 20 hours per week, and more than that, they can actually go up to 30 hours and sometimes 40 hours also during their vacation time period. I would recommend please add those numbers in your T0130 form. I have explained in detail in my video. Now, in excess of 30 hours, they have mentioned that, work in excess of 30 hours per week over a shorter period cannot compensate for any shorter overall period of experience. However, I would recommend please put that number because it's all visa officer. They may give you credit, they may not, but what you have worked, your work proof would validate that, okay? But you will not get the benefit technically. You will be able to get the benefit 30 hours per week. That's what the website says. But rest is all, you even the consultant would be in a position to give you a complete information onto that. So just put what you have. Now let's go to NOCs over here. For say the person has said that if he's working as a material handler or even any profession, for say if somebody has worked as a cashier with Superstore for say 6 months time period, and then he was working as a store shelf stocker with Walmart, for 6 months time period. So in total, they have 6 months in cashier as a cashier and then 6 months as a store shelf. So you have to make sure that you check the job duties. Let's check the duties of 6622. So you go in online and go to 6622 store shelf stockers. So this is again very popular NOC. A lot of applicants have queries about it. So you don't have to put the whole job duties in one go. You have to pick up what you think that is close to your profile, and you have to make sure that you put those job duties in your reference letter or should be mentioned in your employment letter. It has to be at least 80% of what it says there. Okay, you don't have to give the replica of that because it may sound or it may look like as you're trying to fabricate the reference letter. So it should look what you're doing right now, and that's how it will become genuine. Otherwise it's more like you're trying to just copy and paste it. And then these are the titles what should be closer to you. So you can get the 6 months experience in this category, put the NOC in T030 forms. A lot of people have said that, oh, ma'am, you said that you have to put the NOC. We don't have to put. You don't have to put in your application. You have to put it on your T0130 form. That's TR to PR pathway. Okay, that's the one. And then rest you have to put the 6611. Get the job duties from here and make sure that it should match your profile, and then you should be good to go. A reference letter, again, I have as mentioned, I have cleared all these doubts in these particular videos. So yeah, this is all what we have covered so far, and I would recommend you to please go through all the links, whatever I have been sharing, and subscribe to my channel in case if you have any confusion and more updates are to be required. I have been covering a lot on TR to PR, so that's it. If you have any confusion, you can write back to me. I will try to resolve your queries within 24 to 48 business hours. I'm on vacation right these days, so probably a week down the line, I'll be a little more regular onto my videos. Till then, take care and stay safe. Bye.